Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Denver Broncos. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high...
Up this magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal.
Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Broncos Stadium at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Denver Broncos. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 20.
To make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. If we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. And I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Hit to hit with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. team up. Number one seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Broncos Stadium at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Denver Broncos. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. 10 Nova.
Check.
X3. 218. Chopper.
Press No.
Look. Squeeze.
Switch. Bang. Tighten up.
Ready.
First carry for Royce Freeman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing on first down is Locke. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Here I come.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
60 outlaw. Hey.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Hey, exit. Shoot.
Block now to throw. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 43. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43.
Check 26.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Here we go. Shoot. Under 10. 10. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Topper.
Check 52. Back.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist, 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 twist. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll... Carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, break. To see it.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Back to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
After the turnover, here's Locke. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They come out here in the I. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
25, check 25, check 25. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check, cross, get it.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Royce Freeman with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards there. First down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Second and 5. It's caught inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball is tipped in the air. Because if that happens...
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. from 6 yards away, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Here's Locke. And that will be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here comes Grant on the return. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Check 50. He's checking. Crash. Hey, switch gears.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Check nickel. Alpha.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Does the big boy have the juice? Touchdown, Broncos. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 21-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
And the Texans first down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll run with Smallwood out of the pistol. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Let's go.
Distance was never an issue, not in this mile-high air, but it doesn't matter what elevation you're at if you don't put it on target. And this one kind of takes off on him.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
90 is a mic.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's name Orbit.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline,
and he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Bradley Chubb make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. And the pressure gets to him again. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A first throw now for the backup Watson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Watch the safety creep. Wide, get wide. Switch. Check 31. Hit it.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Hey, Alpha.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Throw right side, taken in by Wallace. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the 1st at the 29. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Returnable for Grant. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. An update now from Oakland. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Set. Great team. 54. You got Oshie. You got Oshie right there.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
We got this.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd and 6. And his throw here is incomplete. Vincent Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43. And they are going to set up. Shot at the 40-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Hey, check.
Out. Quick the edge. Come. Check safety.
Greystone, travel.
Block now on 1st down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Here we go. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Focus, defense, focus. 48 to Mike.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line. Watson now 4 of 5 since coming on. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Steps away to his left. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I think that should have been chalked up as a winning play for the defense, and they somehow beat it, didn't they? Right-handed quarterback flush to his left, yet he finds his tight end on the left side of the field. That's a tough throw. What a great completion.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson going up top. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's see what you got. Check the hot read.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
90 is a Mike.
Get it.
From the 16, Locke. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And all the way down to the 42. A huge play there for Denver. 42 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers. I see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
Hey, you don't want to see me.
Ready?
On 1st down, Locke. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tim Patrick, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further in the game, but now starting to pull away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They will run with Grant. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This is it. 19. 54. Max 22, Max 22.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson, and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. A shotgun snap for Watson. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Texans cut into that lead.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go, V, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Mike 51,
Block will try again on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 11 yards there, first down. Block now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Locke. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you think...
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Watson off play action. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go on 4th down. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Watson on 1st down. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Hey, look, 48. Hey, we're going to make the 48 right now. Let's go. Come on. 48. 48's the mic. Hey, 59. Whip.
Throwing again is Watson. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Ready.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
61, matchbox lights. Lucky. Safe. Kill. Watch twist. 54's Mike.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Check 43. Pilot, 64, weak. 3. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Rock it. 24. Hit it.
A give, running right, Lindsey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
I got you. Hey, Haywood. 44's Mike. Check. Hey. Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo. Let's put him on the bus. New draw Corkers. Fan. Fresno. No. Off. Switch. Bang. Snap.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Let's go.
So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to 1st and goal.
Buzz. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Tighten up. X3. 218, chopper. 5.
Locke off of play action. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
22 by 22. And we can learn.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And he fires one incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
To throw again, Watson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
We're set. 19. What's the run? 24. Hey, we got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. Come on, boy.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now.
Under 10. Under 10. 10. Shoot.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Watson. Dancing to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Check.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And no, it's incomplete. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Bravo.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
They'll actually throw it with Locke. Open man left side is Wallace, complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. In for the score. And the Broncos push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
McManus's point after is good, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22.
This is it. 19. In the car.
Let's get out the field, defense.
Watch twist. Line up.
Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's Watson. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down.
I'm going back to
Charlie. Check 37.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they're going to bring him down. Back across midfield at the 45. Von Miller. And that will force a turnover on downs.